Is your succulent collection getting out of control? Are you running out of space to house your beautiful babies? I might just have the solution for you. In this video, I'd like to share with you my ideas for displaying and planters for your succulents. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. This area here looks very pretty, I know, but we're not here to talk about the pretty babies. We're here to talk about these shelves that these pretty babies are housed in. So I have 3 shelves there, and easy enough. You say you buy the shelves and you just stick it anywhere you want, but it's not as simple as that. In here I have arranged it so I can maximize the space. That's pretty standard. I've got a pot here and a pot there and another pot there and a little serenading boy there and a little house, and now that one there, just to raise it up, I use a candelabra or a candle holder, and just so I can make sure that it doesn't fall over. Do you see the wire at the back of it? Look, so I can't even take this off. Oh, there. So you see the wire? So I tied up a wire around the pot. There you go. So I can put it there, and doesn't matter if we get 300 kilometer winds per hour, it will still hold and it will stay in place or stay put. Also, this one here is another tall candle holder. This one is quite sturdy because the base is metal. Okay, so there you go, have a peep. So that's a metal base, so it's quite heavy. And so I've got my clavifolia sitting nicely perched up there. Okay, that one is empty right now because I'm redoing my string of dolphins. That's what was there, so I'm gonna put something else in there. And so that one is actually one of those cooking things. That's not a regular pot. And if you can see that pipe there, that steel post, basically we cut a groove. So you see all those cuts and notches in there. Cut a groove in there, and then I bang it all in so as to expand the mouth opening to accommodate that little I think one of those Turkish or Turkish cooking thing. But anyway, I will remember later on what the name is. But anyway, oh, let's go back. I just noticed that I've got 2 of these candle holders. So there you go. And the other one is holding the Graptocidum paddy peat. Doesn't that look nice in there? So now, there you go. So I've got form and structure and space for my babies. And also this one is a long candle holder. So, okay, let's lift it up. There you go. So it's one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this one back. 5, 6, 7 candles that you normally put in there. Then I use it for here. And then this one, I didn't even have to tie this up because the whole thing is quite solid, so it doesn't flip over. And just for good measure, I put this one here, this little log here, but then that log is tied up to that. So if this whole thing falls in, then we have a problem. But I did not put a wire in the center, but I put a wire on the edges. I don't know if, hang on, wait a minute. Oh yeah, there it is. So there. So just to secure it. Okay, so let's pull back again. Oh my goodness, I still got some space. Okay, there's a gap in there. Okay, this one here is the same thing. I've got my sedum burrito. My burro's tail. This is actually not a burro, so this is a burrito. And it's frost hardy, so it's been out in the sun and the frost, so that's already seen 45 degrees heat and minus 10. Anyway, I think minus 9, not quite minus 10. So, but anyway, so I've tied it up with the wire again. There you go. And then the little doggy, look, even his legs tied up. So wire and pliers makes can do wonders. So anyway, so down in the bottom here, okay, I've got the pot here, but then the pot, I just suspended that one over there, and look, I put a stick, barbecue skewer stick, just so to hold it a little bit so it doesn't fall into this plant here. Now these ones are, I don't know what they're for, but anyway, I thought that would hold, is a perfect size for my square planter. Okay, so this one, the boat, this is actually made of wood, and this did not come from the Viking era, okay, so it's fairly modern. But anyway, so there's a plastic, so I put a plastic, look, and then I put my soil mix, and look how healthy my soil mix is. Even the grass or the weeds, okay, we just pulled that off. Ooh, it's growing anyway. So okay, so this section we've done that, and also that one as well. See the wire, there you go, because it's being tied up at the back. Now this is going to be a long video, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth your while. So this one now is one of those decoration things, okay? See this you probably can't see it, you know, with all the little tree that you just sort of hang on the wall and doesn't do anything. So I bent it and maneuvered it so it can hold the pots. And again, with the wire, there you go, and hello. So there you go again. And then that one is a mixing bowl. There you go. And then this used to be a hira, this post here, okay, this whole thing here, that used to be a hira, and I just put this industrial lampshade. We got hold of a shop that closed down, and they got all this industrial lampshade, and back then when we used to have the business, so it's sort of a demolition job, and they're throwing everything away. So my husband brought them home, and so there you go. So I use them now as a planter. And down in the bottom here, you see that extendable thing for the shower. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So now, again, same drill. I just drilled some screw. There you go, some industrial screw, steel screw in there, and then that way that can hold it. And I don't want to take it out because I'm going to break it, but because I need two hands. So now this one's a star picket. And the star picket I use to hang all these wires. Can you see these wires here? See, so that's what they look like. And then you can just put, so that pot just goes in there. Okay, I bought that was the longest star picket I could find. I think it's 2.4 meters long, and I bang in 400 into the ground, and I only have like 2 meters exposed up the top. So you can see that it's a very, very handy thing. You can put a lot of pots in it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could put more on the other side, but I don't want to crowd this one here. So say 8, you could easily put 8 pots. And if you have it straight to the ground, you could even put 10. But then this thing here is just so nice, so I thought I'd just put it there like that. And oh, look, it's flowering. Oh, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. Okay, so more wires, and then a roll of wire of, I think, I don't know, 50 meters something. It's like $12, really cheap, and it lasts. It goes further. Oh, okay, so this one is just logs in the bottom, and I screwed in, this is pot saucer. So you know those big pots, that's the base of it, the saucer. And so again, I thought that's deep enough to plant something, so stick it in there and use it as a planter. Now this one's the same thing. So you've got a little casserole dish or something. That one there, yeah, or ceramics or whatever, just drill a hole in it and secure it. So the bed frame's the same thing, but this one, the bed frame, we got it for free, but these pots here are the ones that cost us a lot. So okay, you can see, there you go, those are the pots available at my local hardware store. So we got it from Bunnings. And so I put a whole heap, I think they were $10 each. So even 100, even if it cost me 200, but look how much plants I've got in this thing. Look at that, and I still haven't put anything on top because I'm planning to do a video. No, it's more good luck than good management. So anyway, this one's now again. So again, all bits and pieces that you could use. So again, that's rusting away, but it doesn't matter. We just replace it. See, so we put something else in there, plastic or something like that or whatever. Okay, we'll put you back there. You beautiful. That is a Semper V. So what else? Oh, mugs. Mugs. See, mugs. I just tied up the mugs with a wire, of course. Don't go anywhere without your wires and your pliers. And look at beautiful, the white one. The white one. Okay, so more plants. I need to do some cuttings and then I'll go show you this side here. Okay, this one as well. I haven't even filled up my fire pit. Again, fire pit. That's gonna get thrown away. Use it as a planter. And shower caddy. Look at the shower caddy in the corner here. And again with the post, with the star picket. Oh, shut up, birdie, birdie. I know you sound beautiful, but then we have so much birds, so many birds here. Anyway, so again with that I could still put a couple more on the top, but I've got all cactus up the top there. So anyway, you can use anything just about. Okay. We go here, the fence. The fence, we got some top hats. So we just screwed on a top hat. And then this channel, this C-section channel is quite long. So these things here, and again, you can use it as a planter. Look at that, okay? So more, but then you can't just put any pots because there's a size to it. So this one is already a little bit tight, which is actually good because that way it doesn't fall off or fall out of it. And then the round ones is still sort of, you still got room to move. But again, so you got, I maximize everything. I use up every space. But here, it goes to show that you can still make it look good. You know, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to look like Higgledy-Piggledy or Steptoe and Son. So I don't know if you folks know Steptoe and Son. Steptoe and Son is someone who likes to just hoard stuff and the whole place just looks like a mess. Anyway, so this one, I know in my eyes it's still a mess because I haven't cleaned up, but it's still pretty neat and tidy. Nothing's in the way. Okay, I moved some pots in there so I can I can put more, make more arrangements and do some more pots. Okay, so this one, CD tower. You know those CD tower holders that are being thrown away because everything is now with your iPhone and Spotify and whatever, Mystify or all that fi. Anyway, this one now, I use it as a pot holder or a planter for my succulents. And what I did is, just to make it look neat, I bought some of these pots and they're really cheap. I think 9 or 8 or 9 for $2.50 or something like that. You probably could get it cheaper than that. And look, I just burned over the stove, just heat up your needle and then burn a hole through so that way you can accommodate the wire through it and then tie it up. Hang on, I'll put you down. Okay, I'll put you up here with another shelf. This is for kitchen caddy things. Look at that. Okay, so anyway, so this one now, see, again, so I tied it up and I tied it up so I can put 3. So 1, 2, 3 pots on the top and then both sides I sort of alternate it so that way you've got room and for the sun to go in and heat up and warm up the succulents. There you go. So we put you back here. Now, what else do I have? Yes, okay, this shelf has been a godsend. This is a lifesaver. So this metal shelf, we paid $260 for it, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's quite long. So I think it's about 2 meters by 500 deep. 2.2, I can't remember. So, but it's long. Okay, so it's about, I think, 2 meters. Yeah, 2 meters by 500 or 400 deep. Is that 500? It is 500 deep. Yeah. So anyway, it has been a savior because look how much pots I can put in there. Again, the wire, the wire. Don't forget the wire. Okay, so again, so here, and if you just match up everything anyway with the pots and color coordinated, it would look so much better than how I have it here. And I'm sure you could do a better job. And then anyway, oh, this one's the cactus. They were $2 at Kmart. They had a sale, so I bought a whole heap, and they weren't expensive. And of course, I've shown you before already. I drilled a hole and tied them up with the wire. And then this one as well. So anything. Look, it's just wired up, but then I just have to make sure that I secure it and it doesn't break off. And if it does break off, I still got, they're not gonna break off all at once or two at once. So if one breaks off, I'm still got three anyway holding them up. But anyway, so again, see, I don't know what this is. It's like a fruit bowl or something. It's actually before that's what it's for. So now it's a planter for my succulent. So this is now my husband's mess before. It's nice and clean now. There you go. And I even have my little see-through chair in here. I can sit down and have a cuppa. And look at this, another planter. Fruit bowl. Look at that. See, so this one, actually, so if it's too much, okay, I'm gonna do this now. Okay, this comes off, okay? It just sits there. I'm sure you've seen them before. Okay, there you go. And you can have a rockabye baby. Now, I'll put this one here before it goes away. Wah! Heavy, heavy, heavy. Okay, over there you go. There you go. And we put that one here. So, another idea, and that one is still rocking. Okay, so now this one used to be a wine holder. We don't really drink wine, so no, I got it from the recycling place. We have a place called the Green Shed, wherein people throw away stuff and they recycle it, they accept it. So you go in there and you pay like $1 for it, but I bent it. So if you can see, I bent it here and bent it there, twist it there, open it up or close it off. That way I can put different pots or different sizes of pots in here, so I still can put a couple more in there. I just left that open just that way you can see. So that one was actually closed off, like that's closed off, and I just open it up, spread it up. Okay, now this one is a shower caddy. You know what a shower caddy is. Again, make use of it and use it as a planter. Now this thing here, I don't know what it's for, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 level. I can put I can put a piece of wood. I already got some wood outside, some pallets. So repurpose the pallet and cut a piece and put it across. And again, just secure it with a wire. Again, drill a hole, and you know, you get the drift. You get my drift. Anyway, so again, that is just tied up onto this screen. I don't know what that's for, but again, I paid a couple of dollars for that at the recycling place at the Green Shed. And again, I haven't finished that yet, but that's what's going to happen to it. And or I could also find a pot to fit in here, but I could only put 2 pots, so maybe one here and one there. There you go. So now, before the sun goes away, oh yeah, so that shelf that didn't have a hole, in one of my videos I showed this the other day. Now it's just perfect. Look at that. Hi, so it's just perfect. It's made for those trays, or this trough, that's what it's called. But anyway, so I have a whole heap of plants in here that's just waiting for me to hang them up, and I still have an empty space in the corner here. So this one's here filled up. Okay, so we're doing the same thing, wire tied up. And so this one, I'll just show you quickly what I do. Okay, I've got my wire. I think it's a 0.7 millimeter thickness, and I'm just gonna go around the pot, just roughly go around the pot, and I'm just gonna leave like 3 inches on each end. Mark that. And then we chop. And since I'm doing 1, 2, 3, I might as well do 3. Okay. So I'm going to leave that pot there. I'm going to get another pot. And I would like this pot to be here. So I think that's a perfect distance. So I'm just going to mark it. So around that bit there. So around here. So I'll take my pliers, long nose pliers. Just do one quickly. You can either cut it or loop it all the way round the wire, so that way you don't get scratch or anything. Okay. Wow. There you go. And then the other side, we go just hold it just a little bit because we're gonna need our pot. Why don't I just get something a little bit less dangerous that doesn't have flippy floppy, because they're the same size anyway. So I'd want it to go over there. Oopsie, there you go. Maybe a bit more. Okay, will that do? Maybe angle it around this way. Okay, I'm gonna change this and do it from this side here, and then that way it will be better good. There you go. Happy with that? And just cut it. Any excess wire, better to have more than less, like I always say, because if it runs short you're going to be fiddling with it. Oops, secure so you don't cut yourself. Okie doke. And so there you go, and that's it. So now I'm just going to go continue and put 1, 2, a couple more up the top. So that's it, folks. I hope you get some ideas from that. And also, see this one, even the long CD tower holder. Look at that. Look how many pots it can hold. See? So we go vertical space.